everything we've just talked about, from the woke left to the groyper right, these are symptoms of a generational crisis of purpose and meaning in our country. Depression, anxiety, addiction, higher than we've ever seen in American history in your generation, in Gen Z. Economic insecurity, which I understand, feeling like you work hard, not quite getting ahead. Home ownership out of reach for a 30-year-old. Took on that four-year college debt and degree, but without being able to get that right job, has created economic angst. You combine that with the failures of an educational system that are failing our youth day to day, when 75% of eighth graders are not proficient in math and 70% of them aren't proficient in reading. Something that makes the left upset when I say it because they think that's racist, and something that makes some of my friends on the right upset because they take it as a personal insult. The truth is, years of woke indoctrination and victimhood psychology in our schools, we were complaining about it not because we were culture warriors alone, but because that has consequences. So we have to fix it, and it's up to us to do this now. And I mean this message as bitter medicine for everyone in my shoes, leadership in the Republican Party, myself included, to swallow. Now we can't blame the Democrats anymore. Truth is, we won the election last year. We control all three branches of the federal government. In my home state, we control all three branches of the state government. If we don't get this right now, we have nobody left to blame but ourselves. That is on us. That is the standard you hold us to. And if we fail, vote us the heck out of office. That is the fate we deserve. So that's on us now. No more just, cable news screaming about Schumer shutdowns or whatever it is, right? It bores me. It doesn't matter. It's up to us. We have a chance to lead with our own vision. Blaming the Democrats isn't enough. That's on us. But I also have an ask in closing of each of you here tonight, especially Gen Z, especially the next generation of young conservatives who I believe are actually going to save this country. Do not repeat the mistakes of the woke left. The number one mistake of the woke left, I will ask you, I will implore you not to repeat as young conservatives, is don't be a victim. The number one factor, thank you. Victimhood culture from the left or the right will be the ruin of this country. The number one factor, not the only factor, but the number one factor that determines whether each and every one of you achieves your goals in life is actually you. That's the truth. John F. Kennedy famously said it, and I think we should heed his words. Ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. And the first step today is to ask, what can you actually do for yourself so you're not dependent on your government, so you're not dependent on the generation that came before you? That's not too much to ask, because we are still the greatest country known to the history of mankind. This is the greatest country planet Earth has ever known, and that American dream that defines us is real. I know it's real because I have lived that American dream. I know so many in Gen Z are skeptical of it. I know so many of you feel like you have to see it to believe it. I will ask you in closing, as Charlie Kirk taught me, sometimes you have to believe it to see it. That is what faith in our country is all about. Thank you all, guys. God bless you and your families, and may God bless our United States of America.